a good feel that Scottie Barnes will probably most likely be a top 10 pick in this year's NBA draft. If not, he'll be a lottery pick. He'll be very high up there. But my question for you is, if I set the over under at 1.5 players selected for Florida State in the NBA draft, what would you take?
I take the over because I think MJ Walker will be drafted. I think Balsa will stay, and I think Raekwon Gray will stay. I mean, I have no basis for making those predictions because I haven't asked them personally. But if I just looked at it from the perspective of, what would be better to their career path, I would argue that, it'd be best for those two guys to come back for another year at Florida State. And I would certainly make the argument that Scottie Barnes should head to the NBA. And obviously, MJ Walker, unless he wants to play his second senior season, because with NCAA rules, you could do that. I highly doubt he does that. I think he goes to the NBA. And if he continues to prove, what he could bring as a former 5-star prospect, as somebody who could create their shot better than almost anyone in the ACC, there's no reason for me to believe that he won't be drafted. So I would definitely take the over.
Okay, yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it'll be really interesting once we get into draft season, once we get into the scouting, how teams will really look at MJ Walker, because I think, for a lot of his career, he wasn't necessarily, but he was behind Trent Forrest a lot at times for that main role in the team. And I think he's really shown out this year that, he can be comfortable with any role you give him. He's not just going to be the type of player that's going to say, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that. The fact is that the coach is going to tell him what to do, and he does not care. He's just going to do it. He's not going to question it. And I think that's something that NBA teams will really look at and value, and his leadership. I mean, time and time again, after I asked Leonard Hamilton about the leadership of this team, about the voices in the locker room, the name he mentions over and over is MJ Walker by far and away. And he doesn't really like to name names a lot when he's talking about leadership, but he praises MJ Walker to no end.